Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing One Piece. This is Season 1, Episode 7, titled The Girl with the Sawfish Tattoo. That's Nami, right? So we're finally gonna get that Nami backstory that we've been craving for so long. Or we talked about in the previous one with like what happened and how it was revealed that she was in league with Arlong. Yeah, sorry, just rebooting my brain. After getting that information, it would make a lot of sense to dive into her backstory. So yeah, hopefully that's what we're gonna do here. But besides that, well, they do have a new member of the crew, Sanji. He's on board. They've then lost Nami for now, but they're gonna go out and find her and rescue her. And they also have not necessarily like a new member of the crew or anything, but they have Buggy's head. And Buggy is also gonna help them, although I'm sure he's gonna betray them as well. Yeah, I would say like Luffy is being called a wild card by Mihawk, but I would also call Buggy a wild card. Like in this story at least.
At least you can trust him not to trust him.
Yes, yeah, you can be, yeah. You can trust that you can't trust him.
Yes.
There we go. Is there anything you want to say before we jump into it?
Well, you can probably tell there's something up with my voice. I've been sick for the last week. Very sick. And I'm also very tired. So there's that.
Business as usual, almost, except voice is at 30%.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I also noticed that we're just completely opposites here when it comes to what we're wearing. You're wearing all the colors and I am blending into my chair. So that's great. Oh, I'm not just a floating head with a Star Wars thing. Yeah, I'm also tired and a teeny tiny bit sick still. So forgive us if we do this where we're just like can't find the words and yeah, rebooting the brain. We
have some critical system failure here.
Yes. Critical system failure, but we're soldiering on, continuing because we want to. Yeah. Before we get into the episode and wrap up this semi-chaotic intro, I do want to ask you guys to please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, throw in a comment. It actually really helps out when you do that. And you can also check out our Patreon page where you can watch the full-length, uncut reactions, sing it out to your own copy of the episode. And we also have early reactions and stuff like that for other shows that we are watching. Link down in the description below. And here we go. I don't know why I did that. Hey! Dolphins! Happy dolphins. CGI dolphins.
Oh, there once was a girl with tangerine hair. Stole my map and let me strand it somewhere. Spectacular. Ow! God, right on my nose.
He was about to say a spectacular ass, right?
Probably.
Yeah, well, tattoos don't tell the whole story, and like any woman, she is a mystery to be unraveled.
Nami made a choice.
You don't know why?
The only thing I want to hear from you at the dinner special. You don't know Nami.
Damn, there's some...
Whatever choice she makes, I just need to hear it for myself.
Land ho!
Yeah, he has good eyes.
I would be able to spot that as well.
I think we're supposed to, like, this is like...
A bit further away.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh. Tangerines?
Oh, yeah, she's talked about, like, she was growing up with...
And now we're seeing it, and oh, yeah, same color as her hair. I thought she said she didn't have any friends.
Well, I think she then pointed out that the only friends, like, every time she had friends, she just kind of, like...
Oh, okay.
Betrayed them, hurt them. Maybe this is not friends, maybe this is family.
Any day now.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't count any higher than 5?
So she's the only human amongst them?
Queen's full.
liar. And you're a cheat.
Hold on, what's the word?
Sorry, boys.
She was a cheat. Right.
Oh, there's his body. Oh.
Shooting
At the shooting gallery.
Okay, what used to be captured there? Her?
Maybe. She did look at those chains like she was recalling a memory or something.
Yep.
We have a roof over our heads and we love each other. That's what makes us a family.
No, we're not a real family. No, Chico's not my sister and you're not even my mom.
No, that's not right.
The day I found you and Nochiko, my unit had been dispatched to engage a band of pirates in the Oika Kingdom.
Oh, she's...
Used to be a marine.
When I saw you, I knew I had to live. I had to live so I could take care of you.
How did you know?
I just knew it was the right thing to do. I know you'll do the right thing too.
Eventually. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
We have a deal, don't we?
Yes, I'm a fishman of my word.
What's the deal?
Soon, fishmen will rule the East
It's
Blue.
the map.
Yeah, but what does she get?
Yeah. Probably freedom.
I have another job for you in the meantime. One of the villages is late with their tribute payment.
Which one?
Coco Village.
Oh. Back to the Baratier.
We need to speak to the owner of the establishment.
I'm afraid the chef is busy. My apologies, of course. He'll be right with you.
I'm glad we get to see Seth again. I actually really like him.
Yeah. I just have a bad feeling about this.
It'd be such a shame to let all that delicious marbling go to waste.
We're not here for a meal. We're here for information.
That steak, medium rare?
More rare than medium.
He knows that he likes a good steak.
Never seen that before. What could have done this?
Oh! And she's still there.
Yeah.
Not happy to see her.
You're not a bad kid, Nami. You just did a bad thing.
Thank you, Mr. Genso.
You did the right thing, Nami.
Thanks, Hannah.
Ooh.
Citizens of Coco Village, this town belongs to me.
He has an interesting sense of style.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he just flipped that entire thing.
I was never part of your stupid crew.
You don't mean that.
Take the rest of these clowns and sail away from here. I never want to see you again.
Yeah, she don't mean that.
No.
There's something else going on here. I think she was very clear she wants us to leave.
You don't know women. They never say what they mean.
Sanji.
The villagers are terrified of her. Not all of them.
In this case, though, he is right. Like, that's not what's going on.
Yeah.
We just want to talk to her.
Trust me, you don't. But if it'll get you out of my town, try the house down that road. On the edge of the Tangerine Grove.
Thank you.
I love that smile. When he's like, thank you.
Turn around and leave. Now.
Hey.
That's what I've been saying. My sister doesn't have any friends. The sooner you guys realize that, the better.
Sisters. That makes sense. Both as beautiful as each other. Give it up.
Stop it.
You cook?
He's a waiter.
He's the best cook in the East Blue. You never tasted anything better in your life. Usopp's word. Ain't got much to cook with.
You'd be surprised how much I can make with very few ingredients. Come on, what do you say?
Yes.
Say yes. Do it.
But they better be desserts.
Tangerines all over the place.
Definitely. And I'm sure you can make a good, I don't know, piece of tangerine, like, I don't know, duck or something. It's not.
Yeah, like it goes pretty well with those flavors. Like duck and orange is.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I'm sure you could use tangerine as well.
There's a new generation and they're coming up. It's their time now. Like hell it is. Perfectly aged. And ready to be enjoyed. You leave it too long, it'll go bad.
Was that a snark comment about him?
Nice little beach bar. Like it's not very menacing. Their
No.
hideout. They even have like look at the piñata in the background. Are there any fish women? What the heck?
Captain Nozomi, what a pleasant surprise.
Always good to catch up, Bob.
What's with the...
He's a mouse man.
Oh, and he's even got whiskers.
Times are changing. It's getting harder than ever to cover up your tracks.
It's a party. Let's go upstairs to discuss our business.
He's dead, right? The Marines are dead, right?
Like, he's clearly paying them off, but can he afford to just kill them outright? Or...
You know, this is the best thing I've eaten my entire life.
Listen, there's plenty more where that came from, but first we really need to know about Nami.
Sanji does it again.
She's gonna die, right?
She's not there any longer. Just shoot. Why did you take a step forward?
Tribute is 100,000 berry per adult. Go fetch it.
Why do you think they have that much money? Oh, okay. She did have that amount. I don't know how much 100,000 berry is, but apparently not that much.
No, because that's only per adult. But he can tell that there's more, so she needs to give more, and she doesn't have it.
No record of any family.
Even have records. How well organized.
Will you take it as tribute for my daughters?
No, Mom, you can't.
You understand what you're saying?
I do.
Ah.
I'm sorry I wasn't very good mother.
No. No, don't say that. Mom, no. Mom, no.
I love you girls.
Holy shit.
That is brutal.
What the fuck happened for Nami to then side with him or like be indebted to him or like what the hell?
Wait, Nami's working for the pirate that killed your mother?
Yeah. My words exactly. Although I'm sure there's more to it.
She made her choice. I'm tired of hearing about Nami from other people.
She told you to leave, Luffy.
So did you.
How do you know she's not one of Arlong's crew?
Same way I knew you weren't gonna kill me when I cut you down from that cross. Same way I knew about Usopp and Sanji.
Yeah, I don't know about that waiter.
You're not smarter than people give you credit for.
I don't think you should have said that.
No.
Slavery has been abolished.
But your prejudice remains.
Fishermen have all the same rights as humans.
Do we?
A fishman is one of the warlords of the sea.
Timothy is the fool! A government dog to an inferior master.
Perhaps I was a bit hasty. I can accept the terms of our usual deal.
Okay.
You're smarter than people give you credit for.
That freaking hat, it's not doing you any favors. Like if you look at someone with a hat like that, with like the ears, I don't know if I could take that person seriously in a setting like
But
that.
is it a hat?
The hat or hood or whatever it is. I don't think it's his actual ears.
Okay.
Or maybe it is. I'm just,
Not much of a drinker, are you? I still don't know why Garp has such a bug up his ass about this straw hat.
Oh, he wants to get him talking.
Two more.
Aren't you full of surprises?
And that will get him talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know something.
Don't tell him.
Garp is Luffy's grandpa.
Go fuck.
All the things I thought you were going to say, that wasn't even on the list.
From the way they both love meat.
Well.
Is that really the biggest tell?
Must have been hard growing up with a dad like Axel Morgan.
I am nothing like that straw hat.
Fellow with a straw hat came through here the other day.
Do you know where he was heading?
I might. What's it worth to you?
So tender. In there melting off the bone. That was the best meal I've ever had.
The longer they elude you, the more satisfying the catch.
Kid's special. Reminds me of another pirate we knew back in our glory days.
Don't say
Not
it.
saying it's gonna make it less true. The kid reminds me of Gold Roger.
Oh, damn.
I don't want the boy to suffer the same fate.
He stood up for Baratier when we were attacked. I might be out the game, but I still live by the code.
Sir?
Thank you for the meal.
You live by the code, but your bartender does not.
Change is coming whether you want it or not. It's their turn now.
We'll see about that.
I love how insistent he is on making room for the new generation.
Yes.
Arlong's gonna bite the shit out of you anyway. You know you don't stand a chance against him and his army, and you dumb pieces of garbage. You ain't gonna do anything against that stupid clown.
New guy shuts up the clown head.
What are you?
She knows about some Trisha.
Yeah.
It's not enough that you're working for our mother's killer, but now you're desecrating her grave too? Don't you go, wait!
It's not what you think.
You have no idea what I think!
Whoa. That's a lot of moolah.
I need to speak with you.
And who are you?
My name is Nami. You killed my mother.
Prepare to die. No.
Why would I ever let a human onto my crew?
Because I have something you want.
You knew this. This is good. Very good.
She's good with maps.
Yeah. So she's been chained up while drawing all of the maps we saw.
Yeah.
Told Arlong I'd work for him on one condition. That he let me buy back Cocoa Village for 100 million berry.
Whoa.
100 million. That would take a lifetime.
I have the money. And now I can buy the freedom of the village and everyone in it.
So, this whole time, you were trying to help. Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, why?
Why burden her with that?
Why didn't
I couldn't lose you too. Or anyone else.
She just felt like she had to carry that weight.
By herself, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that pirates are stashing their plunder in this area. You two wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Watch yourself, or we'll take you into custody as well.
No!
Early in the season, you beat up dozens of these guys with a stick.
Better without a stick.
Can't do anything.
Especially if they have guns and stuff. I don't know if they have guns.
Nah.
Wait! Let me go! They can't do this!
Have to steal it back. With the help of...
Straw Hat Crew.
Yay!
Fishmen are the rightful rulers of the seas. The humans know it too. Now the time has come to restore the natural order of this world. Give it all!
I think you're gonna need more fishmen.
We will teach each and every human their rightful place beneath us.
What?
The Cocoa Village using flames?
Ooh, oh.
Yikes. Oh.
Take it out on him, not on your arm. Fuck.
I told you to get the hell out of here.
You did. You don't know anything about what's going on here.
I don't.
Luffy. Help me.
Oof. Taking off his hat. Aw.
Of course I will.
Okay. Next episode. Taking down Along. Isn't it the last one?
Yeah, I think, this is the penultimate episode of the season.
Let's go.
Straw Hat Crew versus Along.
But also because the Marines are gonna get there, so...
They're attacking the village.
Or... Shit, is that what's going on? Poor Cocoa Village. Oof, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be one hell of a season finale. But there we go. The girl with the Sawfish tattoo.
Dragon tattoo.
We got it. The backstory of Nami. We learned about where she came from, what happened, how Along just came in and took advantage of them, wanted them to pay 100,000 berries per adult, 50,000 for children, and then just kept that freaking town under his thumb for a long while, and while Nami was working for him and trying to save up to buy the town back. And now they decided, Along and his fishmen have decided to attack the entire world, put humans in their place. And the first humans they apparently want to put in their place are the ones that they've been keeping under their thumb for 8 years. Poor, like, what? What more can, like, they're not a threat to you. You have basically enslaved these people, or just kept them from getting any sort of prosperity, getting any wealth to the city. Like, you just kept them down for 8 years, and the first thing you do is, war on the world. So we're just gonna start with, burning Cocoa Village, because then they'll learn. Damn, he's just a bad guy. And it's like, I do hope we get to meet some more fishmen that are not horrible.
It seems like he talked about someone, right? Jinbei
or something. Yeah, that was one of the warlords.
Exactly, and it seems like he found that person
like a traitor to their people. Or
yeah,
something,
so perhaps that's like is actually a nice person.
Maybe, like, warlords are working with the Marines, and the Marines aren't like. Yeah, some of them are good, like Kobe. Garb is very interesting, and then there's some of the Marines that are just straight up horrible and corrupt, like Mouse Guy here in this one. So it's, a lot of corruption all over. But what I meant with, like, I hope that we get to experience some of the fishmen who are not horrible, is because, like, what Along is talking about, how they've been treated, like, that you do want to do something about that.
Sure.
Like, that is absolutely again horrible, because they've just been enslaved and set to do manual freaking labor, and they're looked upon as not, how they're looked upon as being worthless, or not worth as much as but humans. Inferior. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Inferior to humans. And then you flip it and go to Along, where it's like, you have a good case, but the way that he's just completely overdoing it, and he's just being like, no, humans are the ones that are beneath us, and we need to put them in their place instead of like just going for a solution where you can coexist and in peace and harmony and all that. But no, yeah, that's he's a bad guy, and there are many horrible people in this world, it seems.
And it's usually always the civilians or the innocents.
Yeah, they're the ones who pay the price.
Yeah.
That's always the case. If they're from just a poor village, or they're just getting mixed up into all of this and the fighting between the Marines and the pirates, and yeah, they're fighting, but they're also still doing deals in between, like Arlong here with these other Marines, and then we know about the alliance between the warlords and the Marines. Yeah, it's very corrupted. What's gonna change all of that? I don't know if that is going to change at all. It's gonna take a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode, and I thought it was really good setup, and really good getting that backstory, so we understand Nami way better now. But also setting us up for one hell of a season finale. Yes. Anything in this one that like really stood out to you?
No, I don't think so. I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's very hard to just like I don't want to sit and just replay what went on, because I think it's pretty like that. I don't think there's a reason to, like, as I said, it's just
not necessarily anything here to analyze or get into. It's
no,
just
not really, because as you said, like with Nami, her personality, there was a lot of things that she's like alluded to where it was pretty clear that, well, of course there was something else going on, and the reason why she kept on saying to Luffy to get the hell out of there was because she didn't want to lose him too, I guess.
Yes.
And she just she didn't want to get him to be caught up with all of this. But I also think that when he stood there, was like, well, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And like, and I thought it was a nice, clever decision there to have Luffy not say anything other than, like, Nami said, you don't know what's going on here. You don't know what's been going on. And he just said, no, I don't.
No, I don't. Yeah.
And then he didn't say anything else until she asked for help.
Yeah, because like the only thing, he just held her hand so she wouldn't like stab herself more. Like,
yeah.
No more like self
harm.
Yeah, no more of that. And just letting her come to her own mind.
Yeah. Come
and
to
then
the
also he
realization.
said it like he was so tired of hearing about Nami from everyone else but not herself.
Yeah.
And I think I just think that again Luffy just proves that he's such a great human, because he's like, well, I don't want to hear about, like, I don't trust that she's only betrayal. I know there's more to this. I know, like,
Yeah, but I need to hear it from her, and I need, like, he's very, like, he's good at giving people space, if I guess you would say. Like, he's good at not stepping on who people are, and like letting them be who they are, and letting them, of course, pursue their dreams and all too.
Yeah, and also like I'm gonna paraphrase this because I cannot remember the exact quote, but in Ted Lasso says about children and cats that you have to let them come to you. Like apologies is like with children and cats, that you have to let them come to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it doesn't have to like it extends further than just children and cats.
Of course.
And I know it's not an apology, because there's not necessarily anything to apologize for, because like, well, we all have our shit going on, right? But the way that she was just, as you said, like, he's just letting her be her and have her own things, and let her come to her own mind about this, whether or not that she's.
Yeah, he didn't.
And I think that was also kind of the right way to go about it. Like, the right thing to say is just like, no, of course I don't know what's going on. Because like, but I'm here, I support you. That's like, he didn't even have to say
No,
that.
no, he didn't have to say that.
Just him holding her hand. That was what I was trying to say earlier. Like, just him holding her hand was enough to say, hey, I support you. I'm here for you. I don't care what's going on. I don't have to know what's going on. I just support you. Again, it's blind faith in people. I think that's, even though it's borderline obnoxious at points, at times, it's just wonderful and very inspiring.
It sure is. It sure is. And he's got a good supportive crew there as well. Sure. Seems like they will really follow along as well. Because they know.
No, they wouldn't follow along.
No.
Sorry.
Because they know that Luffy is doing the right thing. Yeah. And they can trust him to do that as well.
So I know I didn't have a lot, but apparently I did.
And a little bit as well, yeah. And tragic with the mom, who was of course the real mom.
And that's also why she hates pirates.
Yeah, obviously. Like, there are no good pirates, and I would be pretty skeptic when it came to pirates as well, if that fucking happened to me. And just like right in front of them as well. It's so absolutely horrible. And that's also why you knew there had to be some more to it. Like, she didn't just betray the memory of her mom and like her entire city or village by going and working for him like that. Like, there had to be more to it, and that's what she was doing, and not telling anyone, because even though it came off as like her, the way she behaved, it seemed like she didn't really at times care a lot about others or what happened. Like, that's what she was projecting outwards, was that I don't care about anyone. I'm in this for myself. I need to get the map or do this, do that, like for my own reasons. Of course, she cares deeply about others, but
we've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that, and she just. The reason why she's not showing it that much is because she thinks that by not showing it, she's protecting them. And she's
it's also a self-preservation thing.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say with that was just that she was, of course, doing all this for a good reason, and because she really wants to save her village. Yeah, and that's the only way that she could see that happening, because difficult just defeating Arlong outright, although maybe that's going to happen in the next one. But yeah, we'll see. Because the Straw Hat crew, they are going there now, and they're going to have to go and save the poor freaking village again. I don't know if there's even going to be a village when they get there. And then we also have the Marines heading there, or Garp, and Kobe and so on.
Yeah, just quickly, with the village, well, a village is a people, not a place.
Yes.
I
yeah, they can relocate. They can maybe move in where Arlong's crew was, because that looks like a nice place with a nice little bar, and sure, or just rebuild. Hopefully they'll get the freaking money so they can do that. Yeah.
Just quickly, another thing that was like another kind of like a side thing with Garp and Sif, like their whole talk.
Oh yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, that was amazing, with like the whole like Sif putting so much faith in the new generation to do their own thing. He had so many snarky comments like, well, if you're open too long, you get to bed, or I'm paraphrasing. A lot of like snarky comments about him and just, and I think that's a wonderful outlook if you're older, that having faith in a new generation. Yeah, of course they're reckless and they are but what did he say? God used certain words about them, like something like they were, again paraphrasing, but like that they're wild
and impulsive
and stuff like that, where it's just like, yeah, well, they're young.
Yes.
Like that's the whole thing.
So were they when they were young. Like, and that's I think what a lot of people forget.
Yeah.
When they've gotten older and they look at today's youth and they're like, man, they're doing so many things that we would never do, or they're horrible in this way, or they're soft in another way, or whatever it is. That like, yes, there's going to be differences because of the times that we live in, but I, like you, really, really like Seth's outlook on it, where it's like, I had my time. We had our time. It's their time now. Just let's let's make way for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Just
the
let
world
them.
is gonna change no matter what. Like at some point we're not gonna be here anymore. So like let's just why fight it?
Yeah, and
the new generation is going to take over at some point anyway.
Yeah, let them go. And like I know he said about generation, but it was obviously about Luffy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like just let them go.
Just let them go.
Just
man.
let him go.
Yeah,
Just let him have his like. That's also a thing, and I think this also as a parent, that whole thing was like let them go their own life, like do their own life.
They might make mistakes. Surely they are going to make mistakes,
But they
let them.
There are mistakes to make.
Yes, exactly. So just already really, really enjoyed Seth as a character. I'm glad we got to see him again in this episode, and really glad that we got that entire. Now I like him even more, and I hope nothing ever happens to him. It's a very big contrast from when we met him first, and he was just being horrible to Sanji. But there's a reason to that as well, and he was also protecting him. So it's just I love all the characters and everything. That's like it's very. The characters are very layered, and I love that. They're not all equally layered. Like someone like Arlong right now isn't necessarily as layered as someone like Nami or Seth or but there's room for all of it.
Yeah, and I think you can say what you want. Like I know there's some like hardcore anime fans or hardcore manga fans even out there that's gonna trash this live action
version because it's different.
Just because it's hard to adapt between the media.
It's never gonna be the same.
No, exactly, and I know we've talked about a lot about this, especially when it came to The Witcher, because I personally didn't like it. If other people do, fine. That's not like that's just like it's my opinion that I don't particularly like it.
Yeah. Never gonna take anything away from the people that do.
Definitely not. What I mean is just that I think like the spirit of One Piece is like these wonderful characters with their wonderful stories, and like that's the heart and soul of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that they hit it very good. Like that's why it's a good adaptation, because they hit that.
They've captured that.
They capture that wonderfully, and also but I wouldn't expect otherwise, because Eiichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, is so heavily entwined with this, has like a lot of like sayings.
Quite involved with this project as well.
And I think that's also kind of how how that shines through.
Yes.
And also just another thing, because this is a Nami-centered episode, I read that he does not want Nami to have any like love interests throughout, and I just want to say that I am so happy about that.
Okay.
I am really happy about that, because I don't need it. I don't need it for Nami. Like we can have other people have love interests and stuff, perfectly fine, but somehow I just feel like for Nami's character it's fine that she like
it's fine for any character.
Any character, of course. It's just I just feel like there's such a thing with like if you're a woman or female presenting character that then you have to have some sort of love interest, where it's like no, you don't have to. If a man or male presenting character does not have a love interest, it's like usually people don't complain about that, do they?
No, and it's usually when it comes to genre stuff like this, and you have like, let's say a crew of people that you're following either on a ship on sea or in space or like whatever the setting is. Usually there are more guys in that crew compared to women or female presenting. So in this case, where there's just like Nami is the only woman on the team, then I think so far at least I think people have a tendency to then expect that, okay, then there must be something romantic going on there, at some point, like it's gonna evolve with like one of the crewmates because she's the only one that they can hook up with. If you get
sure.
if you get my drift there. Whereas with the guys, one or two of them can have some sort of romantic relationship, but one or two of them or a couple of them can also not, because like there are more of them. So it's not as I don't know. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That
yeah.
Because of the way that it's usually structured like that, then because if it was the other way around and it was 4 women and then 1 guy, I think people would expect for someone to hook up on, like, one of the women to hook up with that guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah.
So here it's 4 guys and 1 woman. One woman. So people are expecting for one of the guys to hook up with that one woman on the crew.
That makes sense. Yeah, but also like I'm also like, a little bit like, if you have like a workplace or something, it's not really. I just
depends on the work. They can't really leave work here. Like if you're just stuck on the ship with the same people 24/7, I'm not gonna be mad if someone, if some people fall in love there and like, can we be together? Like, yeah, sure. You don't like, we don't have any off hours where you.
Sure, but for me it's like I just okay. I'm quoting Amos now and say I don't shit where I eat. Like
yeah.
I just.
A lot of people hold to that, but some people don't, and it's like it's a discussion, but it's something that I have said a couple of times in my Battlestar Galactica reactions, because they're all stuck on one big fucking ship there, and usually if it's a military operation, no fraternization between people, and that makes a lot of sense, you know, under normal circumstances where you go home from work at some point and you meet other people, but in a situation where you don't and you're always with the same people, I would understand if some people in that circumstance or under those circumstances will be like, can we
sure. As I guess I'm just like, there's definitely an Aero side of me.
A what?
Aero ace side of me.
A what?
A romantic, asexual side of me that just really wants like someone like Nami just to focus on, and like, why does it have to be about romance all the time? You know,
I'm with you.
Like it's also I hate when certain games are like, you have to romance to get this kind of like side quest or something like that. Which is like,
just really pushing you towards romance.
Yeah, it's just like, why can't I just fucking enjoy the game without all that?
Yes.
You know, it's just...
Thankfully, in many cases, you can now. Like, there's a lot of options.
Yeah, and that was a lot of words for saying, like, I'm just not down with romances.
Yeah, don't care about them as much. And then there are people who do want them, and that's also fine.
Sure.
And we'll see what happens here in this story. But now, I didn't know that before, but now I was expecting for someone to get into a romantic relationship with Nami at some point, but now after what you said, I'm not expecting.
I just read it.
It's fine. It's fine. Then I don't have to sit and expect that.
They can change it up. Still, like, there's what, I don't know,
they can.
11 seasons to go, so.
Probably. All right. I thought this was going to be a short discussion, but we can't. As soon as we get started down some path, then we just...
Then there's snowball rolls,
The snowball rolls? Yeah. Okay, that's what you said, yeah. So, Danish word of the day. There was a lot going on in a village, a lot happening to these poor villages. So let's just translate village. Village in Danish is
Landsby.
Landsby, which if you translate that directly back to English, it's country.
Country town?
Country town, country city, country. Yeah. It does make sense, but at least village in English, Landsby in Danish. There you go. That'll do it for this reaction, and unless you have... that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.
Bye.